Ladies and gentlemen, hey, hi, how you doing? Welcome back to the channel. Thanks so much for stopping by. Activision revealed earlier on this year that the future of Warzone is only going to get bigger and it's only going to get better. They've already talked about how they plan to do more and more events, more community-based updates and all things of that nature. And now, thanks to some brand new leaks and rumors going around the community, it seems we may actually have another live event coming to Warzone here in the near future. And in addition to that, we also got some brand new information on Call of Duty 2021's multiplayer experience from an industry insider, it seems. And it doesn't actually sound all that great for Call of Duty Vanguard or World War II, whatever it's going to be called. So as we go through it all, if you enjoy the video at any point, let me know by dropping a like on it. Let's go for 4,000 likes today. As always, really do appreciate all the support on the channel. And of course, if you're new here or if you haven't already subscribed, I'm always covering everything going on in COD, so feel free to subscribe. That way you can always stay up to date with the latest news, intel, updates, and everything else in between. So first and foremost, I do want to preface everything we're talking about today by saying that initially, all this info is coming from various articles over on Charlie Intel. A link to their site will be down in the description below. And also, of course, because none of this information is coming directly from Activision or directly from Call of Duty themselves, we definitely have to take it all with a grain of salt. Things are always subject to change, and at the end of the day, as I like to say, leaks prove existence, not execution, and rumors are just rumors, so keep that in mind. But first up, let's talk Call of Duty 2021 because there's quite a few interesting things going on here in regards to multiplayer specifically. Now at this point, we already know that there is going to be a brand new Call of Duty game this fall, and we know it's going to be developed primarily by Sledgehammer Games. They're the whole lead developer this time around, and that's been confirmed by Activision now officially. And like their whole investors call, we know that's the real deal. Now, they've also said that this game is going to feature a single player, a multiplayer, and a co-op experience, pretty basic for any Call of Duty nowadays. And it's also going to be integrated into Warzone when the time comes as well, which we've also known about for quite some time. Now, the reason that we're even talking about any of this stuff in the first place is because recently, Jeff Grubb, who is an industry insider for all sorts of gaming stuff, talked about COD 2021 in a video he made where he was basically just like going over all the current messes and all the current issues in gaming. Like for instance, he talks about Battlefield 6 a little bit. He talks about the PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X console fiasco where it's basically impossible to get a console unless you're paying like a dumb amount of money from a reseller. Then of course, he also brings up Call of Duty 2021, World War II or World War II Vanguard, whatever you want to call it. And he sort of reiterates the rumors that we've heard so far, saying that the entire developmental process is a bit shaky, it's a bit rough. Of course, though, this isn't brand new information or this isn't a brand new rumor, let's say, because we've heard multiple times now from other sources like Tom Henderson and other insiders that COD 2021 was having a rough go at it. There were rumors of it being potentially canceled entirely or delayed into early 2022. But just recently, we had the whole Q1 investors call from Activision, which went over their Q1 reports and also teased a bit of what's to come in the remainder of the year. And like I mentioned earlier, they confirmed a handful of things regarding COD 2021 right away. And the most important part of it is that they confirmed that COD 2021 would have a campaign, a multiplayer, and a co-op experience. Now, do keep that in mind because it directly ties in with what this entire conversation is. Basically, after Jeff Grubb talked about COD 2021 being in shambles in his video, a lot of people took that as him saying he heard new information about the multiplayer experience not being in a good state, the fact that it may get pushed back, we may see Modern Warfare 2 Remastered Multiplayer instead. These are all similar things to what we heard with some of the rumors a few weeks back. MW2 Remastered Multiplayer was being hyped up once again because of all these COD 2021 in shambles speculation things going around, but he touched on that stuff and people took it as a confirmation from his sources that the game wasn't in a good state, when really it was just him recapping the rumors that were going around. So that sparked a whole new series of rumors saying how COD 2021 would not have multiplayer at launch, MW2 Remastered Multiplayer would be taking its place for a while, so on and so forth. And while I'm all for Modern Warfare 2 Remastered Multiplayer finally releasing, the fact that Activision confirmed that COD 2021 is going to have multiplayer in it pretty much contradicts all of these rumors, and obviously that is from an official source that's directly from Activision, so there's not much else to fight that at the moment. That said, Modern Warfare 2 Remastered Multiplayer has been quote-unquote on deck for what seems like forever now, really ever since the game launched. We know it's going to happen eventually. It's probably just going to come down to Activision saying, hey, guys, we got to reignite some hype in the franchise. Let's drop this. It's going to pop off with sales for a while. And we know all that's true. The game would sell great with multiplayer included. That's going to bring a huge amount of players back into COD for a period of time. It's going to bring a lot of hype to the franchise. Like, personally, MW2 is my all-time favorite COD. It was my very first multiplayer experience with the franchise. And to this day, I absolutely love it. It was so broken, but at the same time, it was so fun. However, a remaster is only so fun and only so entertaining for so long, you know? Unless they take the route of Modern Warfare Remastered and add in a ton of new additional content like new weapons and new camos and all sorts of stuff like that, a remaster is going to get pretty stale pretty quickly since it's all content that we've experienced before, regardless of just how fun it was prior to, now. So all these rumors saying that MW2 Remastered Multiplayer would replace COD 2021's multiplayer don't really have much ground here. They don't really have a solid foundation, considering a remastered multiplayer experience would be pretty hard to maintain a long-term player base on it for an entire year. So from Activision's standpoint, this is probably not the best, risk to take. And a COD launching without multiplayer is pretty much unheard of nowadays. And Activision knows that that would be detrimental for sales. So as much as I want Modern Warfare 2 Remastered Multiplayer, and I'm sure thousands and thousands of other players do too, I think as of now, all these rumors and all the speculation about COD 2021, including MW2 Remastered Multiplayer or having that instead of a new multiplayer experience, aren't really super solid, so take that for what it's worth. Then moving on to the new Warzone event talk, like I said earlier, Activision has already stated that they plan on doing more and more in-game events, like the Know Your History event that we had last year for the Black Ops Cold War reveal, then the recent Destruction of Verdansk event for the new map reveal. So those are sort of to be expected as we go throughout the year now. But Charlie Intel posted a brand new article recently talking about some files that were found in-game in Warzone and in Modern Warfare right now that seem to indicate that a new live event is coming at some point here in the near future, either Season 4, maybe early Season 5. Now, as of right now, Season 4 is set to go live around June 15th and 16th, and I would say it's likely going to last until like the middle of August, since most seasons usually last around 8 to 10 weeks, somewhere around that time frame. We also know that Call of Duty plans on revealing the new COD titles later on into the year, like what we had last year with the whole Know Your History event in the Cold War reveal. So August would actually make a lot of sense, or even potentially late July, although that's a bit more on the earlier side, you could say, in theory here for a reveal. But it just so happens that there's files apparently in the game right now that are in the same format as the Know Your History reveal files, and they've been updated very, very recently. Also, for what it's worth, Season 4 specifically is more so just a guesstimation. It could also very easily be early Season 5, which would probably run from August to like early October if I were to guess. And again, that fits the time frame of a later reveal, so that also works. But in general, it is looking like a big new event is coming up in the next few months, which I would say is pretty good news overall. Going off the events that we've seen so far, Know Your History, then also the Destruction of Verdansk, I would say they were both pretty cool. Knowing Activision and just going off what they've said previously, they're likely going to try and do an event that's on an even bigger scale, basically, and considering this seems to be the next COD reveal event, we can assume, I'd hope it's a big jump up from what we've seen already, just to sort of keep raising the bar. Personally, between the two events that we've seen so far, I think I liked the Know Your History reveal a bit more just because there was more to do in the actual event itself. Between doing all the in-game missions, finding all the keys, going over and finding woods, getting your blueprint reward, and then witnessing like the whole trailer and all the sirens going off, like that was actually a really, really cool experience. Whereas the whole Destruction of Verdansk event was kind of just like a guide through the event. You didn't really have any real objective. It didn't really matter if you survived as a human or if you were a zombie, since the outcome was the same and there really wasn't any sort of special mission other than just survive. So it was kind of like a normal game of Zombies Royale with just a different cutscene at the end. But regardless, we can expect some big stuff to come in the next few months in terms of events for Warzone. But yeah, there you have it. With all of that being said, that is the new information that we just found out about COD 2021 and potentially Modern Warfare 2 Remastered Multiplayer, and also what's been found out about the next Warzone event. That is going to wrap things up for today. If you enjoyed the video, let me know by dropping a like on it. And of course, if you're new here or if you haven't already subscribed, I am always covering everything going on in COD, whether it be news, intel, updates, you name it, it's all right here. So feel free to subscribe with your notifications turned on. That way you'll always know whenever I upload a new video. As always, if you want to check out any of my partners, be sure to use code IMMORTAL for a discount on all Scuff, G Fuel, Gamer Advantage, and Control Freak products. The links for all those can be found down in the description below. But once again, thanks so much for tuning in, and until next time, take it easy, have an awesome rest of your day, and I'll catch you guys later. Peace out.